Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world on today. This is your co-host with the most conversations and the topics that you'll ever hear on one of these shows. I am your co-host, Miss Uniqueness on the Roy Anthony Show, and today's topic is: if you focus on the hurt, you can't even see that. If you focus on the hurt, that you can't seem to suffer, but if you focus on the lesson, you can continue to grow. So today we have Miss Jeanette Moore on here today, and we also have DJ King Mo. Hello, you guys.
What's that?
Can you? Oh, you can hear me?
Loud and loud and clear.
Oh, okay. So the host for today, Roy Anthony, he is just getting off a flight, and so hopefully he'll tune in somewhere along the line in the show. So yeah, I just feel like for this topic, it came from last week, and I apologize for my absence on last week. We're on Tuesday of the week, but I am here now, and I'm gonna do my best to do what I got to do. Okay. So with this topic being said, there is a difference when you have hurt, and you can either learn from it or you can just suffer. It depends on you and the situation
Mm-hmm.
at hand. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jeanette?
Good morning. How are you?
Bliss, bliss, bliss.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
I took me
Well,
some
it's good
notes.
to see that smiling face.
I know, right? Okay, so with the topic, I just feel like if there is no struggle, then there's no progress. So you have to go through
Amen.
some form of struggle in order to progress. And then and sometimes when people go through those type of struggles and pains, they make people more mature before their age. So I only can speak for me. Like I'm only 36 years old, and the things I've been through in life, it made me who I am. So I wasn't raised up on love. I was raised up on struggle. And struggle has definitely made me mature before my age. So a lot of younger people my age, they can't talk, they can't speak on it because they've been given everything handed to them. But if you had to get out there and you had to get it on your own, you appreciate it more when you out there getting it and stuff, and based on people handing it to you. So the difference between struggle and hurt is where struggle is when you going through some situations where you seem like you can't get out of, and hurt is is a form of pain, maybe. I want to say. What you think? What's your definition of struggle and pain, Mr. Mo?
I don't know, for some reason like they coincide with each other to me. That's just my opinion because I mean when you struggle, it's like you still hurting. I mean it's still a form of hurt, and hurt comes out of pain. So I wouldn't say there's a difference between the two because at the end of the day, it's like you in this box trying to figure out what way you want to go. Because you're already struggling, but then now you're stressing yourself out and trying to figure your way out, whatever the situation may be.
Okay. So basically, like anything that hurts you, you can teach someone else. If anything that bothers you, you can be able to minister to someone else that's going through the same thing. But if you,
Exactly, because then the thing about it, you are able to go through it and you grow through it for someone else because what you're going through is not for you, it's for someone else. God picked you to go through it because He know how He made you. He know how strong you is because like it says in the Bible, you're not gonna put nothing on you more than you can bear. But then when you look at it in the natural, and when someone said, "Well, girl," or "Man, I don't even know how you was able to go through that." because I was built to go through it. But he chooses out, who are able to go, who's not going to be strong minded, strong with to withhold the test that he's going to put before you.
Okay. So I feel like anything that hurts you, it can teach you. But if it keeps hurting you, then you haven't learned the lesson yet. You know, if you ain't tired yet, if you going through the same thing, if you knew you crossed that, you went across one way, and you keep sinking when you go across it, and you keep doing it, and you still sinking in that same hole, that means you need to change routes. You need to go another
Hmm.
direction.
True.
So therefore, you haven't learned that lesson. They say you can pull some. I forgot how it go. If you bring something, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it or something like that.
Something
I
like
don't.
that.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I just feel like if you don't went across that same portal, jumping over it, maybe you need to get a board and put across that portal and try to walk across it. You just got to do something different to get different results. You can't do the same thing and expect different results.
I mean, at the end of the day, the situation may not change, but the person or the individual may have to change. Because I mean, there is like a problem, unless you come up with a solution, running from a problem or trying to cover up the problem, you don't put a band-aid on it. But like you just said, if you can't, face it and go through it, you got to change something else. If the problem won't change, then the individual must change on how they go deal with the problem.
Okay, that makes sense. You have anything to say about that, Mrs. Moore?
Oh Lord, she's gonna come down through there. I already know.
She
Jesus.
I'll mute your phone, Miss Moore.
Oh, they mama today. It's Miss Moore, Miss Moore, Miss Moore.
My phone jacked up. My phone is just
You,
jacked
you,
up,
you, you you
and
see
it's
what it
just
is.
saying
You
my
miss more
earpiece
today.
ain't
You
working
miss
right.
more today.
I'm
See,
trying
these
to
are
be professional,
distractions.
sir.
That's what these are. These are just straight distractions. And the
Right.
problem is not a problem. We make it into a problem because for whatever it is, it's only just a test, just to see what you're gonna do with it. So it's up to us to either pass, go, sit still. So when you're at a red light, you're going to go through the light change from red, yellow, green, yellow, red. So now which way you going to go through the traffic light? Going to stay there. Let's get to the side of the street and sit there. Let all the cars go by. But if you're going to go, wait till the light turn green and go on down through there and show whatever that problem was or whatever that situation was. I'm going to just go on down through there. I'm gonna even do past the speed limit. I'm going to speed a little bit because I'm getting out of there. So that's how you do
Right.
that. So, it's not a problem. No problems that we can't, no problem too big or too hard that God can't solve. So,
That's
we
right.
can't fight that battle. We got somebody that can stand in the gap for us and fight it for us. And we just give it to Him. That's what that is. That's how we do that there, in that order.
Okay. Hey, Mr. King, how you doing? And thanks for tuning in on today. So I feel like how would you react to a person that hurt you? Would you look at it as to what matters the most, the hurt or the person? Just say the pain or the person. How would you deal with the person that's hurt you so many times or for so long? Would you look at it as the most important part of the equation will be the person or the pain? And how
I
would you
mean,
deal
your pain is going to be there because it's like whatever you say or whatever you do, there's some things you just won't forget. And then, that's when you turn the other cheek, like I said in the word. You got to change you and you got to, still smile at the individual. Because, we all forgiven and when we doing what's wrong. Or, we all acknowledge when we doing what's right. But if you're going to hold a grudge, against someone that has hurt you, then how God going to forgive? How do you expect God to keep blessing you and forgiving you for all the things you did, up in his eyesight that was wrong?
Okay. So you saying that you can forgive and don't forget, right?
Exactly. I mean,
Okay,
because in time, whatever happens, it's going to eventually vanish away. You know, it's gonna almost be like a whole small mustard seed or whatnot, because that pain, you know, our body and with the way we are created, you know, we are able to go through and we are able to heal. So it'll heal itself. So you let it go or keep it go.
Okay. So my thing is, I had did this. I think the last time I was on the show, I had this paper folded up. I had well, I got to do this paper. I had this paper folded up, and it had and after you fold up a paper, it has a lot of creases in it. It still has creases and folds in the paper. You know, I don't care how you iron it out or whatever; those creases are there. So my thing was like, people leave scars. You know, if you got cut, you're gonna have a scar. It's gonna heal, but the wound is gonna heal, but it's gonna be a scar at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So that this paper was like a representation of childhood hurt, adult hurt, just hurt in general. And people can say I forgive. You know, you can say I'm sorry, and you can forgive a person, but in the back of their mind, it's still there. You said those things and you done those things, and I could never erase it. But I
But
forgive
that
you
scar
though.
represents your struggle.
So the scar is a struggle, exactly. So like the kids that fall off the bikes, they have a scar at the end, right? They gonna be able to tell their kids when they get have children. Look, when I was little, the dog was chasing me, and I fell off the bike and I scabbed my knee or
And I
whatever.
bust my mouth and lost two front teeth. That's why they broke
Right?
today.
It'll be a memory, so you'll be able to tell another child, "Look, I've been through this too." So you're not gonna be the first person or the last person that's gonna fall and scab your knee. You know, running
I'll be
from a dog.
right back. I'm going through a bad area. I'll be right back.
Okay. And so I was like, so you can forgive someone, but you also learn the lesson in the process. So it doesn't mean that you gotta hate them. That doesn't mean that you don't have to talk to them. That don't mean you gotta wipe them off a map and take them off your I deal with you list. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing you can do from that point forward is to like distance yourself from them, feed them with a long handle spoon, because now you know how they operate. You
Hmm.
know that they can hurt you. You know they can do these things. And the
Hmm.
worst thing that I hate to hear a person say is, I ain't gonna do it no more. Oh, I did it
Hmm.
this time. I don't know what got over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like that's gonna erase everything, but it doesn't really erase anything.
Hmm.
So you'll just know how to deal with people that cause hurt, and you know how to deal with hurt. And like you said, you're not in the world for yourself. You're here from somebody else. Some things that you endure, some people can't endure it, and that's why
Hmm.
that battle wasn't given to them.
Exactly.
And
Come
then,
on,
like I
man.
said, sometimes things that hurt you teach you the biggest lessons.
I mean, everything is a lesson. You know, when you wake up in the morning, it's a lesson. When you go through what you're going through, it's a lesson. You know, how y'all doing? All right, and you know, the way I would look at that, I mean, just think about, you know, once you go to bed tonight and you wake up tomorrow and you able to sit on the side of the bed. Okay, what am I going to do different than I did yesterday? Man, because I could have did this. I mean, so everything like life is like a life talk deal. I mean, we doing so we, you know, we don't even realize that you have to take your counter business. You know, I didn't measure this right. You didn't. I didn't measure this right then. But you learn from your mistake, and you learn from everything, you know, that you got in essence that you put out here in the universe.
That's true. So I guess you have to make a decision of whether you're gonna focus on the hurt
Exactly.
and keep suffering, or are you gonna focus on the lesson behind the hurt. And
Exactly.
so basically, you just gotta choose your own battle, like which side you're on, like what you
Exactly.
want. But most time, people don't
Because
have the mindset to transition to do those things. Some people are stuck in their ways, and they're so comfortable
that
with
mean they don't
suffering
want
all
to
the
change
time.
though.
They don't want no progress.
They enjoy what they get when they don't want to change. They don't want to fix the situation. They enjoying what they get.
And then too, and sometimes some of the struggles and stuff that you go through, you have to change your your people that you're
Yep.
around. You got to change the company you keep. You got to change your surroundings. Sometimes where you at right then could be a struggle. It can cause
Yeah.
you to decline, you know. And if you don't, and you holding it in all the time, it can it can make you want to give up. It makes you want to shut down, and that's why it depends on what you want to do. Are you
Right.
gonna focus on it? Are you gonna focus on this hurt? Yeah, you've been hurt. Yeah, we got that. But what are you gonna do about it?
You gotta make a move for the move make you. Cause change cannot change unless change.
Right? You got a point. Whatever it makes sense. I had listened to what you said, but yeah,
Only way
that,
change is gonna change is change is gonna have to change first.
yeah, you
Look
got to be
within
the change.
yourself. What you gonna change? I mean, you tired of what you going through? What you gonna do about it? Are you gonna complain about it? You gonna constantly give it energy, or are you gonna make a move about it? I mean, at the end of the day, you have control of your destiny. You have control of what you want to put up with and what you want to, not put up with.
Hold on. You can keep talking. I was trying to pull up this passage that I had earlier
Good.
about hurt. Miss Moore back in the building. There she go. You back?
Yeah, I have to excuse me for coming in and out due to technical difficulties. Another distraction is just trying to keep me from being in here, and I am just enjoying this conversation. So I decided to pull over on the side of the road for a minute, just sit still so I can hear, because I can't seem to hear nothing. Can't get on from a watch, can't get on from a Bluetooth. The devil is a lie. I'm gonna show him how I play. He must don't know how I roll. He ain't got nothing coming in that order.
Okay.
So I'm
So,
just
um, have you had Mom? Could you give us an experience that you had where you had to come to an agreement whether you wanted to deal with the hurt or turn it into a lesson? Could you give me some? I
did
know
I
you.
want did I want to do what now?
Could you give us like a little scenario of you having to decide whether you want to deal with the hurt or use the hurt as a lesson?
Easy. She go in the corner get that baseball bat and come out swing. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
Don't tell it all. Don't tell it all. Well, I I have dealt with the hurt, and after dealing with the hurt, I was able to take the hurt and use it as a lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, instead of before the hurt gets there this time, you can see it coming down the pipe. But a lot of things we can't see until God open our eyes up because we're in the dark. So we have to be that light in the midst of the darkness. So in saying that, hurt people, and
Mm-hmm.
they may not even realize that they are hurting the next person. But don't take your hurt from a past relationship over into a present relationship because something didn't go right. Well, then you go back to some of the old stuff and you bring it to the table in the midst of the new stuff. Now you got a whole lot of stuff stirring up here. Then a whole lot of things gonna be said, or a whole lot of things gonna be done. And then when you look back, you realize like, and what was that for? It shouldn't even come to all that because it wasn't really that. It could be the simple thing is pass me the ranch dressing. Well, I thought you said pass you the barbecue sauce. And it just blow up from there. I'm just paraphrasing. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, when you done looked at where you may be mad about something of this, or you may be mad with somebody else, but you take that and blow it up on them. That was it all, why? So instead of taking the hurt and putting it on somebody else, or taking the hurt and holding on to it, see, cause you got to air out your dirty laundry. You got to get rid of some stuff. You either
Mm-hmm.
got to keep it in your little purse, keep it in your little black wallet, and carry it on with you everywhere you go. You got to turn it loose. And then you be able to see somebody or talk to somebody. Man, I'm going through XYZ. Hold on, partner. Let me talk to you. I've been where you at. I wore those shoes. And let me tell you what I had. See, if we can take a moment and share ours with someone else, we can help someone else along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we can't help nobody because we're ashamed. But you can't be ashamed because that was your test. Now you got the testimony to give to somebody else, to help somebody else out because they may not know. They may not know how to get out. They may want to get out, but they're scared to get out. But if I come out of this, at least ways I'm in a comfort zone, even though it's this, that, and the third. No, this ain't no comfort zone. This a hell zone. And I need to get out this zone. So
Facts.
it's up to us. It's a choice, not a force. So
Facts.
we're gonna get in, stay in, and hope we can win, or we're gonna get out and say, I tried.
I ain't
Like,
playing because I got a friend. All I can say is I tried. I be trying to love on him, be trying to beat up for him, but I tried. But don't call no
Lord,
name. I don't call no
Lord,
name, cuz.
Lord, Lord, good God, today, Jesus, help us with this one. Even in the midst of our trying, we're gonna keep trying
Right.
because some things are just meant to what be.
That's it. That's
I
true.
don't care what. If it's meant to be, but now here's the thing. You may not look at it as, well, I tried. I ain't gonna worry about it. But what did God say?
Wait a minute, you gotta put
See,
God
there's
in
a
this.
time and
That ain't
there's a
right.
season for everything. So, we can run all we want to. All you gotta do is keep running. And when God's ready, you're like, you ain't tired yet? Keep running. Go ahead.
I was right,
And
hey.
and, and he gonna get you in the end. So we just have to
Well, I'm gonna
hold
tell
on.
God I got one more for him. I got one more. Come on, God, I got one more hard. Which one?
You sure will. To get the way he wants you. Sure
Tell
will.
God, tell God you on well enough, Lord. That's all you get. I got one more. What you want to do? Let me stop
Uh-huh.
playing.
He gonna give you that one more too. He gonna
Let
tell
me
you,
stop.
I'm gonna give
Let
you
me
one
stop.
more round with this.
Let me
And then when
stop
you get
playing.
this round here, I'm gonna see what you're gonna do with it.
Let me
I ain't
stop
gonna play
playing.
with you, Kanye.
Let me stop
I
playing.
ain't playing with you.
Like, son, that what you asked for? Damn, wait a minute, Lord. I was just playing though. How long they do? Wait a minute. I was just playing.
Not gonna
Can't
be
play
big
with him.
trouble then.
He
So you
ain't to
guys,
be played.
when you focus on the hurt, it brings about trust issues with the person that hurt you because you was making sure that word was their bond, but their action shows something different, right? So you feel like, well, they told me this, but their actions are this. They said they wasn't gonna hurt me no more. They sorry and stuff, but then turn around, their actions spoke the truth.
Well, that's where it comes into play. Your actions always speak louder than your words. Unless your word is concrete to what you say from your heart. I mean, your word really can't be trusted. I can only trust you so much until you show me something different. But when you show me something different, that's what I'm gonna go on from then on. Because your word is known for it right now.
Okay. So I read this little passage and it was like
Ooh,
the
my
words we
stomach
hear
hurt.
often is ouch that hurt. I know you hear that a lot. If you stump your toe, if your baby get hit or something like that, they holler ouch, right? So we've all uttered those words in our lives. Maybe you said it right after a fall, feeling the pinch of an injection, or when someone says something hurtful. And I heard people say, if it rings your bell, just say ouch. They say that at church
That's
all the
right.
time. You know. So whatever the cause of your pain is, it made you uncomfortable and you wanted it to stop almost immediately. So pain is
Immediately.
a universal experience. No creature on the planet is exempt from feeling it. It's a biological mechanism that maintains balance in our system. Like an indicator on the dashboard of a car, it lets us know when something isn't right. However, many of us don't see pain this way. Instead, we see it as an inconvenience. In the past, when religion and superstition reigned supreme, pain was seen as a punishment. It was meted out by the gods in response to immoral behavior. But today, we see it as some kind of defect that needs to be fixed or cured. We naturally are drawn to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So it's encoded in our reptilian brain. We can all agree that touching a hot stove or brushing against a sharp object is going to hurt. However, there are some forms of pain that are subjective and based on our interpretations. So, a majority of us have low tolerance for pain, and the forces of capitalism are glad to offer us solutions. Our culture of painkillers offers a plethora of choices to numb our pain, such as antidepressants, alcohol, recreational drugs, sugar, and social media. We douse our system with all these instruments of pleasure to escape reality. So I read that little passage and it made me feel like a wound is a place where pain enters, right? Or the light enters. So if you have a cut or whatever, it's easier to be infected, right? It seems like it gets there quicker. So if you don't go through nothing, you don't know what struggle is.
Exactly.
So you have to go through something to be able to tell somebody else. We
That's
came
right.
we came in the world in a struggle. We came in here sinning. So it was a struggle from the jump. So when
That's
we
right.
came out our mom's womb, it was a struggle. We were destined for struggle. Somewhere along the line, we were destined for struggle and pain. So sinning is a form of pain. So well, you have a choice to sin or not sin. But you can take what you, if you are sinning or have sinned, you can take it and use it as a lesson learned. You can learn from it. But if you keep going through the same thing and going to you say, well, I'm finna sin today, but I'm gonna go repent tomorrow. That
Tomorrow ain't
means
promised to you.
right. And so you don't want to be stuck where you're at. You don't want to base on promises of tomorrow because tomorrow is not promised. You
That's
can say,
right.
well, do it today because I know I'm gonna repent tomorrow. But then you have to think about it too that you already know it's wrong. You already
That's
know it's
right.
wrong. So you only doing that just to say, oh, if I can do sin right now, I repent. I ask him to forgive me. Because God is a unjust God, a just God, however you want to say it. But it's just the point, what are you gonna do with the lessons that you're learning from hurt? Are you gonna
I
grow from
mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to figure it out. Decipher between the two on what you want to do. Because, like you said, I mean, if it's a lesson, I mean, do you want to repeat the same thing over and over again to not get the lesson, or are you gonna catch it then? So, I mean, that's where you probably have to look at it. I mean, what do you expect to gain from it, and what do you think you're gonna lose from it? But everything that you go through in life is is something being taught, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, or physically. I mean, hey, if you stand there or somebody hits you in the eye, though, are you gonna go back to that same spot and get hit in the same eye again, or you gonna learn from it and do something different? So I mean, basically, that's where I would look at that. What lesson, would you learn from the situation?
what could you tell another person based on what you were? You could tell them, look, you don't sit over there because you're gonna get it in your eye. You sit over here. As long
But
as you
see,
sit.
you can tell a person, hey, I've been through this, don't do this, do this. But once you already laid the foundation out, I gotta tell them that you don't do that.
You
I don't care
popping out.
what you tell a person. I don't care what you tell them. You can talk to them till you blue in the face. Keep telling them, keep telling them, keep telling them. And until they're ready to let go, it's not doing good. I mean, you told them, you don't want to sound like a broken record. Then every time they see you, oh, here she come to tell me the same thing, man. I don't want to talk to her. She done already said all that before. I don't even want to hear that, man. So instead of saying that, just let them come and say, have a blessed day. How's your day today? Man, this going on. Just it's gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. No worries. Just keep going. That's all you got to do. So sometimes it takes some of us longer than others. Sometimes it takes years for some of us. You know, we all are human, and we all have come short of God's glory. So so that's what we have to do. We just we just have to just. I'm sorry, there's somebody calling my phone. We just have to keep going in the midst of the struggle. We just have to keep going because the struggle is real. But in the midst of being real, God is too. So, whose report will we believe? So, and if God said, I'm taking you through this field, and I want you to walk all the way across to the other side, and maybe snakes out there, maybe this out there, whatever's out there, don't you worry about it. I got you. So if he said he got you, just go now through there. He got you. So that's how we have to do with life. Whatever it is, whether we want to do it, or we scared to do it, or we just want to stay and play a little while longer. I'm just staying here just a little while longer. I'm gonna keep this going. It's up to us. It's once again, it's a choice, not a force. So, what we choose to do is what we choose to do. So if we don't choose to do anything, we had nobody fault but self. We can't get mad with anybody because it's on us. But
Right.
once again, you know, I can tell anybody the hurt is real, the struggle is real, but God is everlasting. And for whatever you going through, whenever He see that they ready now. See, sometimes He let us. You know how you are cooking a pot of beans and you want them to just cook a little while longer and let them simmer and let that thickness get in there. That's how God do with us. He just let us simmer just a little while longer. But when He see that trouble's about to rise, and that's when He just snatched the cover off. It's a wrap, and He moves out the way. And when He moves in, you look back and say, "Wasn't nobody but the Lord," because to be in bed, I'm talking about my own situation, and looking at somebody stand up over you with a knife to take your life, and that person tell you, all I heard was, they don't deserve this. You know what you've done. And for them to take the knife and just lay it down and walk away. So, when you see your life flash just that fast, like, so really what was that for? And all you can do is call on the name of Jesus, my God, and just walk away. Because you were hurt because of what you saw. But now because of what you saw, you want to take your frustration out on me? And you want to take my life? Really? But God. Nobody but God fix the situation. But like I said, when He fix it, it's well fixed. You can't go back and open it. I don't care how you go and how you talk to them, hey, how you doing or whatever. You be cautious, but you just be cautious and you keep going. So, in the midst of the struggle, we just hang in there and just trust God. I'm going down this road. I'm hoping if it don't cut off. But if it cuts off, just know I lost a signal.
Okay.
So, and I must say, I want to commend you. You're doing an excellent job today. And I
Thank you.
just love that smile that you're wearing.
Thank you.
You're rocking that pink and white. Looking good. Young lady, you're looking
Feel
good.
better.
Miss Uniqueness.
Thank you. I feel better.
Well,
You have to wake up and do something different. Y'all can't be stuck in the same spot doing the same thing. It's not working. So yeah. And I see 5 viewers on here. Oh, must be nice.
all right.
Listen though, you guys, it comes to a point where some people test are their testimonies. You go through situations because you were fit to go through them. You were chosen, you were handpicked to go through these very situations because there's somebody out there that couldn't endure it. And you're gonna be that one person that can go to them and change their mind, give them hope, give them an understanding, let them know you don't have to stay stuck. You're not a victim of the hurt. You're not a victim. Don't hold yourself as being a victim. You can reevaluate what's going on. You can take it and you can process it different. You don't have to look at all hurt in a negative perspective. The thing is, you act like, why am I going through this? What am I supposed to learn out of this? So you can take a bad situation and you can change it into something positive just for your mindset. Because some people can't do that. People take their hurt and they'll throw in the towel and they want to give up their life or they'll try to take somebody else's life, without thought. Some people minds are not trained to deal with hurt. Some people can't handle hurt. Some people cannot handle pressure at all. But the ones that endured it and still here to tell the story, every day that you wake up, you're here for a reason. Every day you wake up, you have a mission. So you just ask, you go in the prayer and you ask God, like, what am I supposed to be doing today? Because obviously, if you woke up with something that you're supposed to be doing. It was something that you're supposed to be able to tell somebody else to give them a better day or a brighter day, even if it's just saying how you doing or how you feeling. It's something that you can do in life every day to be a blessing to someone else. It doesn't have to be a financial blessing. It doesn't have to be you always giving. Just a word of advice or just a hug or something like that. And I know you just can't go up and hug folks because they're gonna think you're crazy. But just a simple "I love you" to somebody may change their mindset from a hurt that they've been holding on to for so long. And then two, it could be a child. Young children can come to you and tell you things that can just lift your day. Or they can come and sing you a little song and that could brighten up your day. Because you never know what a person's going through or have went through. You can't just look at a person that because they're smiling that they ain't hurting behind their smile. Because those are the ones that focusing more on the hurt instead of focusing on it as a lesson, learning from it. So you have to look at that. Oh, Mr. King, thank you so much. Um, I only can speak from experience. This last week has been really hard for me. I shut down. And I didn't want to come on the show. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to let everything go. I woke up crying, went to sleep crying. Why? I don't know. But then when I think about it, I still hadn't let go of hurt. I hadn't let go a lot of hurt. And I still want to drown in it. And that's not a good look when you have children. You have people looking at you. You never know who's watching. But strong people can shut down too. Strong people need people that they can go to for advice like, oh, it's okay, or a simple I love you, or hey girl, what you doing? You have to have people in your life too. If you're the only one encouraging everybody and nobody's encouraging you, that caused the strong ones to fall weak too. And I am one of
Amen.
those people. I'm always there. My phone never stopped ringing. I'm always giving advice, but I can't take my own.
Amen.
I can bring people out of a storm with no problem. But me, I can't take my words and minister to myself and make it. And I just had the mindset to where I'm only here to bring others out their storm. That I just thought that was my purpose. I supposed to say the word. I'm an octopus. That's how I felt. That I got eight arms and I can just do all things through Christ who strengthens me to bring everybody else out of their storm. But you have to minister to yourself. You have to believe in yourself. If you can't believe in yourself, how do you expect somebody else to believe in you? If you can't believe in yourself,
Amen.
I have to minister to myself. And that's why when I talk now, I'm like, I'm talking to me. I'm just talking to me. Because
That's right.
I know me better than anybody else know me. But if I'm saying something that can be a blessing, you just say ouch. If it hitting home, ouch. I hadn't looked in your window. I ain't knocked on your door. I ain't checked your Facebook page. I don't know what you're going through or anything like that. So they let you know everybody goes through something. You're not in this struggle
Everybody.
alone. People go through the same thing. Some people just not strong enough to talk about it.
This is true. That's
And
so
if you
true.
get to a point where you can talk about it, that means you're growing. You taking that lesson and you using it to grow from it. You're not focusing on the hurt. You're focusing on the lesson behind the hurt. So
Amen.
everybody have a test. The test is a testimony. You're not a victim. You're victorious. So
That's
those that
right.
goes to anyone that has been molested, anybody that's been abused, anybody that's been diagnosed with anything in their life. God has the last say so.
That's right.
God is at the people can read a book. God is the creator of all things. He
Yes, he
got
is.
know everything about you. All these new things that's coming along in the world is a distraction.
That's
It's just
right.
a test of your own faith. Where is your faith? Do you have the faith the
Amen.
size of a mustard seed? Or what is it? You saying that you believe, but do you really believe?
That's right.
You can say it out of your mouth, but don't fool yourself.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself because
Show and
you
tell.
paint a picture to everybody else, but in reality, do you really believe what you're saying?
Yeah.
Do
Are
you
you
believe?
just you just are you just using the cliches of what being said? We can
Mhm.
just say it. You know, are you just walking it? Or are you talking? Are you gonna walk it talk? Or
Yeah,
be from the show me state. You got to show me.
right. And
Yeah.
most times people be like, you can't be lukewarm. You either gonna be here or you're gonna be there. You
Yeah.
you can't be in one position because you're around a whole lot of preachers and pastors. You want to get suited and booted, and after them, you pulling your bottle from under your seat or
Yeah.
you hiding your blunt. You know that is a form of hurt. And when people talk about other people, hurt people. That's how it is. If you hurt,
Mhm.
and people don't even have to know you, and they do you so bad, it's not something that you did. It's something that they see in you that they don't see in themselves. They want to be you so bad, so they already hurt. So misery loves company too. They want to bring you
Yes,
down.
it does.
You
Yes,
can
it
be
does.
they can hate you because you ain't giving up. They threw
That's
you
right.
on the bus, they threw you in the mud, but you look at yourself as a seed. If you've been buried in the mud and the dirt, you got to come up. But just
And you're
hope that you
still
come
standing.
up on good ground. You have to be hope they told you your name in good soil
Yeah.
so you can reap a good harvest. Like me,
When
I
you
never would have thought my hurt would change me into be who I am today. I never would have
Mhm.
thought, I never would have thought that I see the age of 36. I just knew I was gone by 16. I just knew I was out of here at 16. But he blessed me
But
to
God.
be and to be fed up your grandma. I don't mind because I know that this is a process. It's a process. It's something greater that's gonna happen in my life because when you're going through so much stuff, the blessing in the season is gotta be awesome. When I tell y'all I don't even know what it is, but it got to be something because y'all I'm catching hell through pain, hurt. Oh, the devil mad. The devil mad at me right now because I
Join the
still
party.
and
Join the
I
party.
still woke up when I said
You
many
know
times I don't
that.
even, and it's due to hurt. So it's back to my topic for today. Am I gonna take this hurt and grow from it, or am I gonna drown in it? So I don't know. I didn't know at first whether I'm gonna sink or sail, but I think I'm gonna ride the wave. I got other stuff I need to be doing. I have to make sure other people make it. It's a lot of people is they're watching me. I'm their motivation. I be there for everybody. I'm me 24/7. It doesn't matter if you hurt me in the past and you come to me and I'm still gonna try to help you. I'm gonna do what I can. If I don't know how to go about doing it, I'm gonna do my best to find somebody else that will. Because I think my purpose in life is to serve. And whatever serving looks like to you all, that's who I am. I
Well,
have
look at
problems. I'm only human.
look
But
at how many times we have displeased God. Look how many times we have sinned against God, and He continually to bless us daily. So if He can forgive us for what we done, because we done some stuff, guess what? Those that hurt us, we can get past the hurt, extend their hand and say, "Here I am. What can I do for you?" See, because the Word says, "He'll make your enemies be your footstool." So in the midst of all that you've done to me, it's okay. I cried, I shed some tears, I prayed about it. But when you see them and they down and you lend them a hand,
mhm.
it cuts them down so low and they be like, I did this to her, but yet she's still right there to help me. I'm gonna do my part. So you ain't gonna make me miss my blessing. You ain't gonna make me miss going through them gates. I'm not gonna let you stop me from what I'm supposed to get. I'm gonna get all God has for me. So that's what we have to do. So
A lot
just
of people.
know
You can go ahead,
I
Mama.
have enjoyed. I got to go and do some stuff. My lunch break is officially up,
Okay.
and I got to go and I have enjoyed. But just know I'm gonna be put me in the background.
Okay.
Just
I
put me
appreciate it.
behind the stage for a little bit.
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am. I agree with you.
And I have enjoyed, and this has been a beautiful topic. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
thank you for having me. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, guys. This has been an interesting topic. I am comfortable on today. I hope I've said something to encourage someone. I miss my host and co-host, Roy and Big Hank, on today, but they had other things that are important. They're doing their works that they're supposed to be doing. And in the meantime, as the co-host, I have to fill in where I need to be, and that's where I am. This is not a confrontation. This is a conversation. And the topics are from a realistic points of views, and this is it's a show, but things that I talk about and bring to the table are things that I've experienced, things that I can relate to. Um, there are going to be times where other people come on here and you have to agree to disagree. Everybody don't have the same viewpoints. Some people haven't experienced the things that may be talked about, or they could have been around someone or witnessed someone that has dealt with hurt in a different type of way. Everybody deal with things differently. There's no right or wrong way to deal with hurt. There's different kinds of pains, whether it be physical, mentally, or verbal. So, like I said, you guys, I am human. I was shamed a lot, but I feel like it's a reason for me to be able to have a voice, because it was a time where I didn't have a voice. I had to play by the books. I had to do what other people tell me to do. I had to speak when I was told to speak. So to be able to be on a show, to be able to do things on my own without someone telling me, "Oh, you better shut up, you better do this," and being so rude, I feel better. Um, I enjoyed the opportunity to be on here, to be able to be trusted enough to run a show without them being here. So I appreciate them for trusting me. I appreciate Mr. King, and the World Entertainment, and everyone that I've come into contact with. I don't know all the things that Roy say at the beginning of the show, but I know the Redneck Pimp. He was the creator, and that they allowed me to be Miss Uniqueness. They allowed me to be my authentic self, and I do appreciate that. So if you are out there in Facebook world, the world entertainment, and you really haven't been able to deal with hurt, I hope I said some things that you were able to take in and learn from and use it to your advantage. Sometimes you have to take hurt and use it as a lesson. And if you keep going through the same hurt, you need to reevaluate the situation. And when you say you're tired of going through some things, no one is supposed to have to do this on their own. You're supposed to be able to go to someone, have someone to talk to about it, because sometimes when you have things bottled up inside of you for so long, you end up hurting yourself. And there are some out there that wasn't that strong. But if you were able to wake up this morning, that's something to be thankful for and grateful for, and that you know that you have another chance to get it together and to get it right. And go and tell the ones you love you're sorry, you apologize, you love them, and just let them know, if I hurt you in any way, I apologize. And mean it. Be sincere with it, you guys. Don't just say it just because Miss Uniqueness say, go tell somebody you're sorry. When you go to that person, mean what you say and say what you mean. our words these days is the only thing that we got to live on that can stand solid with everything that's going on in the world. Tomorrow is not promised. The numbers are going up. People are leaving every day, every hour on the hour. There's no age range anymore. There's no guarantee you gonna see them again. So why you still got breath in your body, why they still have breath in their body, let someone, 10, 20 people, let them know, hey, how you doing? You need anything? I love you. And that could change somebody's life, you guys. It really can change someone else's life. And I want to say my condolences to the ones that have funerals this weekend. I have 4 to go to. Um, Congratulations on the ones that are in the homecoming for Quitman County. Um, I want to tell my sons on live that I am proud of them for being in the band. They are growing, and being a parent of 4 boys is hard. 3 are living with me. 1 is with my aunt, and I want him to know that I love him. Lakevius Anderson. He has been doing amazing. He has created a whole game that of Quitman County, well, of Marks, Mississippi, and he's very, very creative and very talented. So I just wanted to tell him that I'm so proud of him as well. Um, I want to say happy birthday to all the ones that are sharing a birthday on today. If you have a business and you want to come on the show, let us know. If you have any ideas or anything that you want to be placed on the show to talk about, let us know as well. I don't mind bringing you on the show if I can, when this time permits, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock as usual. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. Mr. Roy has been out. He's doing great things. He's doing amazing things. And he has let me know ahead of time that I will be doing this a little more than I expected to be doing. So I have to step my A game up and come up with my little punchlines and stuff, and learn how to put up the little videos and things like that. But I think I did really well on today. I'm not nervous or anything, so I am grateful. Um, I'm not sure what the topic is going to be for next week, but I am very satisfied with today's show. And for those of you who are watching, tell a friend, bring a friend, give us some ideas, let your voices be heard, because this is not a confrontation. This is a conversation on the Roy Anthony Show. And I am your co host, Miss Uniqueness. And I am blessed to be on here to talk with you guys on some real life topics. So until next week, I'm saying see you later, because I'm knowing that bye is not an option. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday, same time. Goodbye.